Opening your eyes in the morning should feel like a reset, yet many of us wake up already exhausted. The mind has spent the night tethered to yesterday's failures, dragging them into the light of a new day. This sinking feeling in your chest persists despite a full night's sleep. It is the psychological tax of carrying mistakes that have long since passed, yet remain vividly present in your internal narrative. Living in this state creates a dangerous illusion of debt. We stay trapped in the belief that we must pay for our errors by constantly replaying them, as if nursing the memory could somehow atone for the action. Attempting to move into the future while hauling the dead weight of the past eventually leads to a total collapse. You cannot step fully into the opportunities of today when your strength is entirely consumed by the gravity of yesterday. Self-condemnation operates as an active, hostile force. It isn't a passive byproduct of a bad day. It is a persistent internal prosecutor. This force weaponizes specific moments, a lapsing judgment, a sharp word, a missed opportunity, and uses them to construct an argument that you are inherently unworthy of a fresh start. This internal feedback loop powers your exhaustion. A memory of failure triggers guilt, feeding into condemnation, forcing you to obsess over the memory again. Each pass through this cycle thickens those arrows, making the burden feel permanent with every repetition. The primary danger of this loop is the resulting tunnel vision. The constant noise of your own failures makes it impossible to see the clean slate sitting directly in front of you. A powerful intervention exists to break this cycle. Jesus offers a complete exit from the burden of self-punishment, requiring no previous payment and no period of penance. He introduces unending mercy, a resource that renews itself every single morning. Unlike human stamina, which drains under the pressure of guilt, this mercy provides a continuous supply of relief, specifically designed to absorb human error. While the internal prosecutor tries to keep you tethered to the past, the offer of grace provides an immediate, unearned clean slate. This grace is available the moment you recognize the weight is too heavy. Its effectiveness is entirely independent of how many times you stumbled yesterday or how severe those stumbles felt. Divine mercy functions as an immediate rescue mechanism. It bypasses the need for long-term suffering, applying its restorative power at the very moment you choose to let go. Accessing this relief requires a physical and mental shift. You have to intentionally open your hands. The weight of yesterday must be dropped before you can reach for anything new. This scale shows the relationship between judgment and forgiveness. These two forces cannot occupy the same space. You are either holding on to the heavy evidence of your failures, or you are accepting the light of forgiveness. As the focus shifts from the accusations on the left to the promise on the right, the internal weights lose their substance. Actively turning away from self-criticism allows the scale to tip, eventually letting the reality of mercy fill your entire perspective. This is a definitive trade. You are swapping the restrictive, heavy chains of past failures for the lightness of a life defined by mercy. True forgiveness relies on this surrender. To fully experience grace, you have to relinquish the belief that you are the one who needs to administer your own punishment. Stepping into this exchange leads to a renewed mind. This is a state of psychological and spiritual liberty, where the noise of the past finally goes quiet. In this state, failures lose their power to define you. They become data points, lessons learned that inform your future growth, rather than permanent marks on your character. When the anchor of yesterday is no longer dragging behind you, you move through the present with a profound sense of lightness and clarity. This restoration allows you to focus your energy on the here and now, giving you the capacity to live with joy and purpose in the hours that are currently unfolding. The theology of grace provides the foundation, but a morning prayer translates that theory into a lived experience. It serves as the transition point where the cycle of the past is broken and the reality of a new day begins. Use this moment as your starting line. Let this prayer mark the end of yesterday's burden and the beginning of a day lived in mercy. The past is a closed book. The slate is entirely clean. The grace to begin again is already yours.